You know, Canadian Prepper said something on a video today that really made me think. He has said, as others have said as well, maybe the reason why they're telling lies is, well, it's two or three pronged. A, they weren't ready for this. And that's why I believe the CDC, why FEMA, why WHO waited so long to finally declare it's a pandemic was to give the states and countries enough time to catch up, because there's a lot of people like me paying attention. There's a lot of people who don't pay attention. But there's also people who, when you say global emergency, global pandemic, hey, people's heads start turning. So in order to buy people time, as you know, as well as keep the money going, trade as long as possible, they want to delay declining because the pandemic shuts everything down, slows everything down. He said something today, a third thing that was very interesting. What if some third party is using coronavirus as a weapon? We're not talking about the New World Order. I don't really know what he was talking about. He didn't go in depth, and nobody really put any comments out there. And he was talking about how, like my aunt talks about, it's the New World Order. It's the New World Order. They're controlling. It's like, dude, China didn't do this. Russia. Why would you create a pandemic that's slow acting, kills all your older people? You're out of control of it. Why would you do like that's done? Like if I created a disease, it would be like killing off all the young men. Yeah, I want to kill off the young men. I want it to be something that's like has a long half life. Like we know if it's on something outside, it don't live very long. If it's on something, period. Now if it's in a freezer, refrigerator lives a long time. I mean, it's not that hard to kill. It's like HIV, not hard to kill. I don't believe I don't believe it was it may be a part of a bioweapon that got out. That's something I have thought about. What if they were creating something and this just got out? You know what I mean? It's a part of something bigger. I don't know. And that maybe other countries were messing with this stuff too, and China was trying to catch up and it just got out. That's possible. I've heard that said. I don't know. I know today they came out and admitted that people should be wearing masks when they told us a few months ago no one should be wearing masks and disabled for the workers. And Trump even said it'd be a personal thing. I know El Paso, they'll charge you $1,000 fine if you get caught without a mask on outside. I know some other things they're doing as well. It's just, I have to tell you, I didn't trust government agencies before this, American government agencies before this. And I trust them even less now. For me, coronavirus has kind of been a wit run of my preps. It's been a wit run. And I've said it to y'all before that even if the coronavirus thing, I don't know how it would, but let's just say Trump released everything today. He said, Monday, everything's released. Go back to work. We're done with this. I would spend probably half or 3/4 of my next paycheck on prep. I mean, I've already got like 20 or 30 sets of pads for the KN95, which is the same thing as N95 mask. Just come from overseas. I've got like 30 of those pads already. I've got a mask coming. I've got a gas mask coming. I mean, I've got goggles. You know, I think this is going to be with for a very long time. And I think that coronavirus is the tip of the spear. Everybody I'm looking at says there's something more to this. There's something more to this. They're not telling us. It's got to be. I think that it'll get out of New York. I think New York will reach its peak and it'll get out of New York. And I think it's going to go somewhere else. A lot of these southern areas, people aren't very healthy and stuff like that. And they don't have the resource New York had. See, New York was... See, there's a finality to this. Most folks may catch it, but you want to catch it as late as possible. If you catch it now and you're in a big city, they're already understaffed, you see? it was a wet run for me. Coronavirus was a wet run for me. This wasn't the Black Plague. This wasn't the Doomsday Plague. I've never said that. I think people joke about that. It's a way to like joke about how they're not prepared for it. I'm not joking about it, but this isn't a planet killer. This isn't bad. This is just something that you've got to be smart. You got to wash your hands. I brush my hands now. When I wash my hands, brush my hands for a minute. I spray everything down, my bleach and water when I come in the house, let it sit. That's why when I brought them jugs in that I filled up, I sprayed them. I still let them sit down there for a while. I haven't really even been cleaning that wood up there because I spray down with bleach, so I hope I don't fade the wood. For real. Every time I come in, I spray the bottom of my shoes. Every time I get in the car, I spray the bottom of my shoes. I should wash the man in my car if I had sense. I should do that. Might go down. Yeah, I might go get it. I might do that. You got to start doing that more often. Washing your mat, washing other things, seat cushion. Yeah, it was a wet run for me. Not a dry run. H1N1, all that was, I was young then, but that was a wet run. That was a dry run, excuse me. This was a wet run because people actually are dying. People are dying while I live it, and I think it's going to get worse here. I for some reason, I think like we haven't even begun in Mecklenburg County. We haven't even got a taste of it yet. This is just the lower rung of society. I'm hearing about CMPD has a few officers that are sick. A bunch of officers are down. They're not getting masks either. That's terrifying. And no one's wearing the mask. No one here takes it serious. They think it's funny. Everybody mocks me for wearing it. It's just a big joke. That's a part of why, for me, I'm so clinical about it, because if they don't take it seriously and value their lives, I don't value their lives either. That's how I look at it. If you don't, it's not hard to find this stuff out. If you don't value your life, I don't value your life either. Yeah, just that simple. If I don't know, man. The mail is going really slow. Yeah, I hope I can get my other stuff soon, but the mail is running really slow. Good Lord. That's something I didn't think about. I'll be honest with you. On some things, I'm caught out. You know? It's some things that I was planning that I waited on, and I'm kind of caught out with this. Even if I was financially together, like I'm not, I would tell you I'm caught out. You know, I got all the pads, thankfully now, and I got respirators coming, but it's just, I'm not quite where I wish I had been. You know, I'm gonna buy like fucking 10 bottles of bleach. Yeah, when this thing eases up. And that's what's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna just end. I think you're gonna have areas where it eases up, and where they're gonna ease up on it a little bit over. I don't think it's just gonna be like, all right, end of training exercise. No, it's not. That's not gonna happen. This may be what it's for a very long time. This may come back worse in the fall. That's something I keep thinking about. I think it's going to come back worse. I don't think it's going to end. Anyway, peace out.